Good day, I'm Bill Hand with the New Bern Sun Journal for today's coronavirus report. May the 4th be with you. The General Assembly on Saturday passed a nearly $1.6 billion COVID-19 package that uses federal funds to aid businesses, government, and healthcare in surviving the financial crisis brought on by the state's stay-in-place shutdowns. The House and Senate spent a couple of days working together to bring an acceptable compromise of their original separate spending bills. Dropped in the final version was a Senate provision to raise weekly state unemployment benefits from $350 to $400 once federal benefits are exhausted, and a House provision that would have let still shuttered restaurants sell mixed drinks to curbside buyers. Governor Roy Cooper may have delayed Phase 1, the opening of most stores, until May 8th, but that didn't mean that residents were going to wait that long to visit the downtown here in New Bern. Nor did it mean that every state was going to wait that date to reopen. Business picked up significantly for the stores that were open this past weekend. Danny Batten said he had 100 shoppers over the day Friday at Surf, Wind, and Fire. That's only 1/3 of his usual number for this time of year, he said, but still, 100 people is 100 people, and that's a lot under the current times. Most stores were open with permission from the governor because they sold what guidelines declare as essentials. A couple were open without those guidelines, but they said authorities are aware and have left them alone. Several businesses are still open only for pickups, such as Accidental Artist, where you can purchase your take-it-home kit of pottery and glaze to bring back for firing, and of course restaurants. Still, most are working with few staff, at least until the applied-for PPP loans come through, and all are expressing hope the governor does not delay Phase 1 again. Did Ozzy Osbourne bite off that bat's head in Wuhan and thus start the virus? Are you actually relieved when someone knocks on your door and you open it and there stands someone wearing a mask? Can you overcome lockdown loneliness by setting up full-length mirrors in your room and having a conversation with yourself? Well, check out my humor column, COVID-19 Questions of Dr. Knows It, for the lighter side of a killer virus. If you don't know something about the Spanish flu pandemic of 1918, which had a lot of curious similarities to the quarantines of today, then you haven't been reading my recent history columns. Although it was called the Spanish flu, it didn't start in Spain, but it got its name from Spain because that's what happened to be one of the big hotspots. That flu actually started right here at home in Kansas, the state where Dorothy and Toto picked up their magical tornado ride, possibly just in time. The tiny county of Haskell, where the population even today is just short of 4,000, is where it first began its killing spree. Then it launched itself in a big way from a military cook named Albert Gitchell at Camp Funston, a military training camp. Our soldiers carried it to Europe in World War I. Then at the end of the war, they brought home an even more virulent strain. One similarity we're hoping the Spanish flu and COVID-19 don't have is the former's death toll. They killed nearly 50 million people worldwide. Most engaged couples are taking a cue from the uncertainty and social restrictions of times and postponing their weddings, but one New Bern couple read the cards, literally as you'll see, and they moved their April 24th, 2021 wedding date to April 24th of this year. Chandrika Carr and Edmund Davis Sr. took a look at the uncertainty impacts of the virus and its possible growth. They both grew up in New York City, where COVID-19 impacts are particularly strong, and they decided that they should move the wedding forward. Carr told the Sun Journal's Tina Adkins that life is short and we don't know what could be happening in the world a year from now. They reached that decision after a night of playing the Skin Deep Couples Edition card game, a communication game designed to explore and deepen a couple's relationship. After talking about their love for each other, they realized that the only reason they were putting off a wedding was because of the amount of planning they were doing. Carr said those plans involved a bridal party of 13 and more than 250 guests. She and Davis applied for their license online, and Carr purchased a dress at Ollie's and a veil from Facebook Marketplace. With a very limited guest list that included Carr's New York mother, their pastor, Wanda Francisco, tied their knot exactly 1 year before the originally planned date. Congratulations to the pair of you from the Sun Journal. And finally, the coronavirus update for North Carolina. The Craven County Health Department, as of Sunday afternoon, said the county has had 42 confirmed cases, out of which 34 have recovered, 4 have died, and 1 is currently hospitalized. Statewide, according to the NCDHHS, as of yesterday, there were 11,664 cases, with 422 deaths and 475 hospitalized in 99 of 100 counties. Local counties include Carteret at 27 cases and 3 deaths, Jones at 18 and 2 deaths, Lenoir at 81 and 4 deaths, Onslow at 50 and 1 death, and Pamlico at 8 and 0 deaths. I'm Bill Hand. This has been your coronavirus update report for May the 4th, 2020. Have a good day. Keep yourself safe.